Good morning, sixth graders. The last 2 days we have been working on mean. Mean is another measure of center that tells us the average of a set of data. Today we're going to work on a second measure of center called median. So go ahead and complete your 2 PDN questions, pause this video, and come back when you're ready to check the answers. Okay, we're now on day 3 of this for mean. First step should be you should add them all together and you get 70. Once you get 70, you divide by however many there are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 70 divided by 7 gives you a mean of 10. For the next one, you should add them all together. When you add them all up, you get 88. You then need to divide by how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When you do 88 divided by 9, you're going to get a decimal answer. Remember that you can stop at the tenths place. 9.7 is an acceptable answer. If you went further than that, I'll grade it when I look at your work. Okay, today we're working on median. We spent the last 2 days working on our first measure center, which was mean or average. Remember, we followed 2 steps to find the mean. Add the total values in your data and then divide by the number of data items in the set. Today we're going to start on our second measure of center, which is called median. And median is the middle of a set of data. So for the mean, we were trying to find the average. For the median, we're trying to find the middle. There are either 2 or 3 steps to find the median of a set of data. The first step, which you always have to do first, is line up all the data from least to greatest. So you'll start with the lowest number and then line them up all the way to the biggest number. Next, you're going to find the middle of those numbers. And if there's 2 numbers in the middle, we're going to have to find the middle of those 2 numbers. So let's look at how this looks. I asked class how many different shows they've been watching on Netflix over the break, and here are their answers, okay? My first step is to line up this data from least to greatest. So I'm gonna look at the data and find the lowest number. The lowest number is 1. What I like to do is after I've done a number, I like to cross it out so that I don't have to look at it again and so I don't have to accidentally count it twice. The next lowest number is 2. So I'm gonna put 2 in. And then notice that there's 2 2s, so I have to put those both in. Next lowest number is 3. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 3s. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 3s. I'm done with all the 3s. Next lowest number is a 4. So I'm going to put my 4 in. And then the biggest number, only number I have left, is 6. Now to double check and make sure that you didn't accidentally skip any numbers, all of these boxes should be filled today. I'm then going to find the middle. The way that I like to find the middle is I cross off 1 from the bottom and 1 from the top. 1 from the bottom, 1 from the top. 1 from the bottom, 1 from the top. And then I keep going, bottom, top, until I have found the middle. So the middle of this set, if I cross off here, and count it to the middle of these is 3. So that means the median, I'm just going to highlight this and change it to my answer, is 3, because 3 is right in the middle of this set. Okay, those are the easier kinds. Sometimes they're going to get a little bit more difficult. So here is the rainfall totals for the last 8 months. First step still looks exactly the same. Line them up from least to greatest. The smallest number is 2. After 2, the next smallest, 2 is not the smallest. The smallest is 1.1. After 1.1, the next smallest is 2. After 2, the next smallest is 3.3. I have 2 3.3, so I got to put it in twice. The next smallest is 3.6. The next smallest is, what do I have left? 6.2. After that, it's 8.2. And then the biggest is 9.4. Now again, just like I did before, I'm going to cross them out as I go. Cross out 1 from the top, 1 from the bottom, 1 from the top, 1 from the bottom. So bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, top, And the problem is that I cannot cross out another set of bottom and top because I actually have two numbers in the middle. So for this one, the middle is actually between 3.3 and 3.6. The middle of the data is in between these two numbers. So this is where I have to do an additional third step. I have to find the mean or the halfway point of these two numbers. There's two ways I can do it. The first way is because there's two numbers, I can just say that 3.3 plus 3.6 equals, what does that equal? 6.9. And then because there's two numbers, 6.9 divided by 2 gives me 3.45. So I'm finding the mean of the two numbers. Since there's only two numbers, I'm dividing by 2. So add them up and divide by 2 and I get 3.45. Another way that I can think about this is my first number was 3.3 and my second number was 3.6. I can also think of these numbers as 3.30 and 3.60. And then I can say to myself, what's halfway between 30 and 60? And a lot of us notice in our brains that halfway between 30 and 60 is 45. So that'll give you the same exact thing as what we did when we found the mean. But either way, the median is 3.45. So anytime you end up with two numbers in the middle, you have to find the middle of those two numbers. One way to do it is to find the mean, or just in your brain say what's halfway between those two numbers. Okay, for your practice set, again, make sure all the boxes are filled out. That way you didn't skip a number. If there is an odd set of numbers, you're only going to have to find the middle. If there's an even set of numbers, you'll end up with two numbers in the middle. Remember that your steps are right here. Go ahead and pause the video and come back when you're ready to check your answers for problem set 1. Okay, let's look at the first one. First thing you should have done is line them up from least to greatest. 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. The middle is right here, 13, so the median should have been 13. Number 2, you're lining up from least to greatest. 1.6, 2.9, 2.9, 4.7, 5.8, 6.7. There's two numbers in the middle, 2.9 and 4.7. In my brain, I don't know what the halfway point of 2.9 and 4.7 is. With odd numbers, it gets a little tricky. So the first thing that I'm going to do to find the middle of them is I'm going to do 2.9 plus 4.7. 2.9 plus 4.7 gives me 7.6. That's obviously not the middle. I have to find the mean, so I still have to divide by 2. 7.6 divided by 2 is 3.8. So the median of these two numbers is 3.8. I got that by adding them and dividing by 2. That'll always tell me the middle of two numbers. For number 3, back to a lot more simpler one, 15, 25, 27, 28, and 30. And the middle of those numbers is 27, so the median is 27. If you got those all right, or if you've made your corrections, you're ready for problem set 2. Go ahead and pause the video, get started on problem set 2, and come back when you have your answers. Okay, for problem set 2, I always start by lining them up from least to greatest. I would get 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. The middle is right here between 1 and 2. In my brain, I know what's halfway between 1 and 2. Easy, 1.5, which I'm going to write as 1.5. You also could have written it as 1.5. Line up the data from least to greatest. That's always my first step. 3, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 10. The middle is right here, 6. So the median is 6. Last one for our practice, I'm going to line them up from least to greatest. 95 cents, 99 cents, 99 cents again, $1.09, $1.25, and $1.99. The middle is in between these two, in between 0.99 and 1.09. two ways we could do it. We could add them up and divide by 2, but I think the easiest way to do it is what's halfway between 99 cents and $1.09. The halfway point is going to be $1.04. So my answer for my median is $1.04. Okay, go ahead and fill out your exit ticket. It should be one of the easier kinds. When you finish your exit ticket, you want to press submit so that I can give you your grade. And then you should log on Khan because you have a quiz on Khan today if you're staying on track to be done by Friday. As always, if you have any questions, give me a call, 847-769-4731. See you guys back here tomorrow.